Welcome to the Folake Dr. Olu Okun podcast. This is my first episode that I'm doing both video and audio at the same time, and I'm going to be doing more of these. This is my third recording today, April the 4th, 2024. Why? Because the platform that I have been using, which I started my podcast series on a platform called Anchor, and it was simple, it was easy, but they changed. I shouldn't say but. They evolved to Spotify for podcasters. I am not tech savvy, but I'm learning along the way, and it's really exciting. Could I have outsourced this um, recording and things of that nature? Yes, I could. But because of my current situation as an emergency room physician and the toxicity of the emergency department, both for patients, for providers, and staff alike, I have decided to make myself learn new things in order to help me deal with any anxieties, angst, any things that have derailed physicians in the past. I have been a physician for 39 years of my life, and in that process, I have moved from being a BITCH to being a person who is more compassionate. Have I arrived? Certainly not. During COVID, one thing that really helped me as a person to become my best self was at the time we had to wear masks. I am not going into the discourse of whether masks work or not, but masks were worn all over the planet, and the mask came to forefront. Masks have historically been used in healthcare, and without politicizing it, but with COVID, which is now 4 years old, it was politicized. One morning during COVID in 2020, I was headed to the emergency department like I always do, and I froze. Actually, when I say morning, I should say evening because at that time I worked 12-hour shifts in rural Indiana in the United States. At the time, I I got scared. You know, I'm human. I was like, girl, what are you doing going to the emergency department? They have this virus. Ain't nobody see the virus, but they named it COVID-19, which is a code word for a longer iteration of what it is actually. And in that time, I recognized that I, I can't go to work today. I want to call in. I'm scared. I mean, like I'm like everybody else. I want to die. At the time, I was not 60 years old yet. And, 60 was like, I need to be 60 years old now. I got stuff to do. Anyway, long story short, um, I usually do devotions in the morning, whatever time I wake up my morning. On that day, I did my devotions and I had a download. And here's the download that I want to share with you today. It's called M.A.S.K. I want you to take a sheet of paper and a pen. I know those of you computer gurus, you want to write on technology type things. But I want to encourage you to get notebooks. The reason being, the paper is made out of wood, and wood is a living thing. Wood in any form has connection to the earth. And I actually believe that what you write, you invite. Write that down. What you write, you invite. That's the first thing I want you to write down. The second thing I want you to write down is spell mask on the left hand side of your paper from top to bottom. So you have M on the top, M as in Michael, A is from affluent, S is in sleep, and K as in kindness. I want you to write those words down, and I'm going to teach you how I learned to mask my mind, to unmask my potential, no matter what is going on outside of me. I hope you get what I'm saying. You mask your mind to unmask your potential, no matter what's going on around me. Like currently, I am in the airport and I found a sweet spot where I can record this episode. So back to my iteration of M.A.S.K. The M is meditation. Meditation is just taking a mental shower. During a 24-hour period, your mind and mine has so much input. Talk less of the actual things that are being generated inside our heads, between our two ears. So the meditation is just a way of releasing toxic materials, showering your mind so that your mind can receive, because your mind is both a transmitter and a receiver. Whatever you think about, you will bring about. Let me say that again. Whatever you think about, you will bring about. So when you meditate, you release toxic things from your mind. Just imagine for a moment, you're in traffic and you're in a hurry, and there's someone driving 25 miles an hour in a 55-mile-an-hour zone. The first reaction of most persons is to allow that incident to change how we see the day or how we see our drive. You see, reasons like that is why after 24 hours, you need to meditate. Matter of fact, high performers, people who understand the art of high performance, take pit stops during the day. In other words, during the day at intentional intervals. When I say intentional, not haphazard, they take time, usually every 50 minutes, to reset. The reason being, you can get fatigued. And the reason being, just like in high performance racing, car racing, the vehicles are serviced at regular intervals. They are not serviced when something goes wrong. They are serviced to prevent anything going wrong. The oil is changed, the batteries are checked, the tires are checked and changed most often. And as a high performance individual, meditation helps you do that. Because if you don't, you wait till you break. Yes, you can fix it, but it is easier to prevent you having to fix it. So meditation is number one that will help you be the best person you are, regardless of the environment that you live, work, and play in. That's number one. That's what helped me. The number two thing that helped me is affirmations. At that time, I would read declarations of other people. And I would read them, but I was not emotionally attached. They do say that the things you say with your mouth that has emotion in it is energized. It's like if you are a radio station or even a television set, there is a frequency in the air that contains everything. This air has everything you need. You, as the receiver, has to tune to the frequency of what you desire. When I speak to myself, I speak to myself this morning. This is going to be like, I don't know, maybe the third, fourth, fifth time that I'm saying to myself, look in the mirror and I say, Folake, 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 3 times. And then I say, Folake, you're friendly. You are. Come on, girl. Folake, you are optimistic. No matter what life brings, girlfriend, you always find the good in it. I say, Folake, you are loving and lovable. Don't get into a negative vibe with anyone. Folake, you're authentic. What you see is what you get. Like I am, you just see me. I am recovering from psoriasis, and so I eat differently. I might not look like it, but honey, I'm eating differently. I am authentic. Folake, you're so kind. Yes, you are, girl. You're so kind to yourself. That's why you're eating right to heal psoriasis so you have no side effects. You love yourself, and that's why you are able to love other people, because you're kind to yourself. You watch yourself talk. That's why you do affirmations to yourself. I've done it again. I skipped sleep in my previous recordings, and I did it again right now. So I'm going to go to S, which is sleep. I think the reason I keep skipping sleep is I don't sleep enough. Actually, today I think I slept 4 or 5 hours. But they do say you need to sleep at least 7 to 8 hours every single day. Otherwise, you're going to behave like you're drunk or you're on some psychedelic drug. Well. I think I've just proved that I haven't had enough sleep, and I'm about to catch a flight in a few minutes. And I have skipped sleep, even though I have a prompter in front of me telling me 1 is meditation, 2 is affirmation, 3 sleep, and 4 is kindness. I will sleep with kindness. I hope I have proved to you that sleep is needed for you to articulate your conversations and to be able to pay attention intentionally to what you want to do. I hope I've helped you. I really hope I've helped you. So write it and try it and tell me if it works. I'm going to post this. I'm using a new platform. So now my recordings for my podcast will be both audio and video. And even for my channel on YouTube, it's going to be from these recordings. I think once I learn to use this platform well, I am confident that I will be more consistent. Yes, I know it. I've got coaches, but today I learned that if I tell myself I'm going to do it for 50 times, something triggers in my brain. So I am telling myself, Falaki Oluokun, not only are you friendly, not only are you optimistic, not only are you lovable, not only are you authentic, not only are you kind, not only are you encouraging, yes, encouraging, that's the last one for my affirmations. You are a podcaster, a YouTuber, a coach, a mom, an author, a magnificent being. You are a child of God, created in the image and likeness of the Almighty God. Why? Because we just celebrated Easter. I wear this cross because Jesus is no longer on the cross. He's seated at the right hand of the Father, helping me when I can't do these things right. So, I hope you enjoyed this podcast. I hope you enjoyed this episode. What shall I call this episode? Learning a new platform. Thank you for listening. You like this? Share with your friends, subscribe, help me grow, because I want to let go, let God, and let people grow, starting with me. Over and out. Thank you, everyone. Please subscribe and tell your friends.